blunts and I ain't never coming down. Bitch, you ain't no Barbie. I see you work at Arby's. Never too supersized. Hurry up, I'm starving. Gnarly, radical. On the block, I'm magical. See me at your college campus, baggy full of Adderalls. Call me if you need a fix. Call me if you need a boost. See them other chicken heads, they don't ever leave the coop. I'm in the coop cruising. I got the stolen plates, serving all the fiends over there by the Golden Gate. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada, Fendi, Fendi, Prada, Fendi, Fendi, Prada, Fendi, Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada, Fendi, Fendi, Prada, Fendi, Fendi, Prada, Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. The basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. The basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. I put that on my partner, I put that on my family. Oakland City represent, address me as your majesty. Yeah, you can kiss the ring, but you can never touch the crown. I smoke a million Swisher blunts and I ain't never coming down.
Woke up in the morning, traveling straight into the sun. Told my friends and family I was gone. Looked back in the mirror, thought about who I had become. And I don't think that anything's gone wrong. Jumped out of my suitcase and went traveling down the road. Went back to the place where I was born. Thinking about my future, thinking about how far we have come. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be going home. And the day goes on, goes on, goes on, goes on. And the day goes on. And the day goes on, goes on, goes on. Hold on. And the day goes on. Went down to Virginia, thinking about how to change my name, just in case I have to fly away. Jumped onto a spaceship and I went to outer space. And now I think I'm gonna be okay. And the day goes on, goes on, goes on, goes on. And the day goes on. And the day goes on, goes on. Hold on, once the day goes on. And I'm long gone. And I'm long gone. And I'm right where I belong. I went to the future, thinking about how to spend my day. Thinking about the things I can't explain. It's 1900 and the times are going to change. Oh, now I think we're gonna be okay. And the day goes on, goes on, goes on, goes on, and it goes along. And the day goes on, hold on, stay strong. And the day goes on.
Do you agree that there's no such thing as racism, sexism, homophobism, Islamophobism, deadbeat dadism, white supremacism, and all the other isms? Destiny, that's a woman's name. You were raised by your daddy and mama. That
paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
Horrors in this house. There's some horrors in this house. There's some horrors in this house. There's some horrors in this house. I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pullout game weak. Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass P word. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word. Give me everything you've got for this wet ass P word. Beat it up, N word, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P word is wet, come take a dive. And continue along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like, a lot more vulgar.
It's okay to have feelings.
Is on my mind.
Yeah, let's go, everybody! It's another Beaver broadcast. Holy shit! We're having a good time. Oh my god, we're getting close to the weekend. Basically already there. How you doing? If this is your first time here, welcome to the Beaver broadcast. We mean, we dream, we fiend. We got some hot takes, chill vibes. I hope you're as excited as I am for this. It's gonna be a really good stream. Got so much crazy things happening. I got a bunch of great content lined up for you. Wild and wacky videos, and we're just gonna have a really great time hanging out. It is a great, beautiful blue sky overhead here in Montreal. And yeah, it's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day. How y'all doing, chat? How's it going? Yeah, I'm figuring things out. Slowly but surely. Yeah, new shirt, new drip. This was the Penelope Scott concert I went to. It's a three-eyed, everybody's got their third eye, even raccoons, don't you know? Yeah, I went to Toronto for a concert. I'm sure I told you about it on stream. And it was a good show. It was a very good show. Lots of fun stories. Penelope Scott's a great musician, super young, super talented. Yeah, no, it was good. It was good vibes. It was awesome. So, yeah, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying the new Bill Wirtz videos. I'm rather liking that in the background. Yeah, I think if it's cool, I'll use that as intro music because it's really lovely. I wouldn't mind watching his History of Everything again. It's such a great video. It's honestly a masterpiece. I haven't seen it in too long. But enough about Bill Wirtz. How you doing? How's it going? We got ourselves a new follow. I keep getting these follows like in the dead of night or something. So yeah, welcome to the little gray cells. Let's move this over here. So that's cool. We got a new follow, everybody. Wow, holy cow! Things are getting better. This only up from here. A follow is a follow is a follow. I don't know, but when I first started, I went pretty hard. I was like, all these small folk on Twitch are trying to support one another, like mutual aid or something. But you quickly realize that like there's a difference between a creator and a viewer. Like creators such as me, ever since I started doing Twitch, I watch a lot less of it just because I want to try to figure out my own content, get it arranged, all that jazz. Like I would watch Paradigm Shift 10 times more if I just wasn't trying to like actually run a show once a day, five times a week. So, on average, more often than not. Just quickly scale back. But yeah, we got some really interesting news. What is it? We got Ivana Trump has died, which is all right. Okay. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's a thing that happened. The real story, I think, is the Secret Service deleting texts, which I'm sorry, what? What's happening? Creators do be lurking. Yeah. Part of it is like the joy of just like being a Twitch chatter, but also like trying to like understand content. Man, and a whole nother thing I've completely missed on. If I have the energy, I'll do it today or tomorrow. Was that debate with XQC and like the Tate man or something? It's like somebody getting oiled mid debate and XQC, a fellow Montrealer. I don't know if I can call him a Montrealer anymore. But XQC at least is doing debate bro stuff. I think that would be really entertaining to watch. So we can check that out if we run out of content, which I doubt. We never run out of content. We only ever run out of steam here. But let's get into the first section, first segment. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, there's a whole philosophy. Oh dearism. The political elite want you to say oh dear. All right, so let's get into it. Ivana Trump, man. And if you don't remember who Ivana Trump is, it's the ex-wife of former. It's not Ivanka, the daughter. It's this one. This one. So she's not really been in the news. That's kind of why I'm like a little uncertain, you know, how to think about it. Here we go. Here's the story. There she is. Got it. Has his running topic list? Yeah. I mean, it's a good idea. I'd rather keep that background though. Like that's for me to know. It's for me to know and you to find out what my topics of the day are. As I've realized, like there's like there's there's such a balance there because you want to inform new listeners that this is what to expect for the day, but you also don't want to box yourself in so that if you run through the story, you got more content to follow it up. Rollover of topics. Yeah, like all right, we're in the B-sides, everybody. We're getting to the bottom of the barrel. I think like it's a good idea to keep you organized, but it runs that counter risk where you're also communicating to your audience that this is the stuff that I've been putting off. This is the stuff that's like aging out. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I just find it interesting to try to keep that like an internal process, try to figure out what I think is aging out and then put that front and center. But like, dang man, algorithms do be algorithming. So for instance, we all got to learn about how the ex-wife died. So let's cover it early in the morning and then we don't have to care about it. She died at age 73. Here, I'm gonna put the music back on. Former president said she died at her home in New York City. Well, that's kind of nice. That's a nice way to go, I guess. First wife had 3 children. Donald, here they are. Ivanka, and the other one. What is it? What's his name? Oh yeah, Eric. Oh yeah, Eric Trump. I keep. Jeez. Man, look at this upbringing. This is why even like. It's just like so white. It's so white. Like I'm white and I'm like, oh god, I'm getting blinded here. Like, Jesus. Calm down. Ivana Trump. Oh, this is great. Ivana Trump was a survivor. She fled from communism and embraced this country. She taught her children about grit and toughness, compassion, and determination, the family said. She will be dearly missed by her mother, her 3 children, and 10 grandchildren. Wow. As Eric Trump walked out of his mother's apartment building Thursday afternoon, he told reporters, "It's been a very sad day." Okay. She had cardiac arrest, apparently. Pronounced dead at the scene. Found unconscious and unresponsive at the bottom of a set of stairs. Interesting. The police are investigating whether she fell and if the fall contributed to her death, but yeah. I mean, the real story isn't that... For me, the real story isn't that Ivana Trump died. Like, this picture actually, wow. This is actually, wait, what is with this picture? Yo, Trump's face looks like it's been photoshopped on. Look at that. But this is great. This is amazing. This is peak, like, New York, real estate tycoon, you know, top of the world. Like, wow, look at this photo. Absolutely. Even the piano's white. None of them play piano. Guaranteed. None of them have ever tried to even attempt to produce music. I could just feel it. I don't know. This is a pretty amazing picture. Definitely a slice of an era. Okay, so that's where we started. That's the peak. And now let's see the fall. Oh God. Oh man, this is so good. Truth Social, Trump wrote, I am very saddened to inform all of those that loved her, of which there are many, that Ivana Trump has passed away at her home in New York City. She was a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing woman who led a great and inspirational life. Her pride and joy were her 3 children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. She was so proud of them, as we were all so proud of her. Rest in peace, Ivana. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that such a sweet, endearing message? Oh, where's the other piece of it? Oh no, I clicked it wrong. Fuck. So this was immediately underneath it had a donation button. Donate now. But I lost it, I guess. Oh jeez. Man, imagine. Oh, I just realized even the retweets or the re-socials, whatever they calling it, 666, Mark of the Devil. That's curious. Huh. I mean, I'm sure it's just a coincidence as these things go. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. What's uh-oh. Uh-oh. The signs are there, people. The signs are there. So yeah, I don't really know how much more to cover about this story, except that she died. Except, golly gee, if we go to her Wikipedia page, how does history remember her for? Czech American businesswoman, media personality, fashion designer, author, and model. Okay, that's not too bad as you know, how history remembers you. Published several books, including works of fiction, self-help, and the autobiography Racing. Okay, I don't know. Author just means you did put words on a page, right? Like, I mean, she immigrated to Canada. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. I'm sorry. I'm trying to care. I don't. I think the thing that's way crazier is this story. This is from The Intercept. This is Ken Klippenstein, who's a good journalist. Man, the Secret Service deleted January 6th text messages after oversight officials requested them. I'm struggling to grasp how that could be. What is I thought the Secret Service were Chads who like stopped Trump from going to the Capitol. But apparently some of them erased text messages from January 5th and January 6th. I don't know, man. It seems like a bad sign. Oh, dang. I'm just realizing chat's totally washed out. Dang. So, Yeah, I'll fix chat in a sec. The Secret Service erased text messages from January 5th and January 6th, according to a letter given to the January 6th committee and reviewed by The Intercept. The letter was originally sent by Homeland Security Inspector General to the House and Senate Homeland Security Committees. Though the Secret Service maintains that the text messages were lost as a result of a device replacement program. What am I reading? What? The letter says the erasure took place shortly after oversight officials requested the agency's electronic communications. Secret Service did not respond to a request for comment. The Secret Service has emerged as a key player in the explosive congressional hearings on former President Donald Trump's role in the storming of the Capitol. In an attempt to prevent the 2020 election results from being certified, that day, Mike Pence was at the Capitol to certify the results. When rioters entered the building, the Secret Service tried to whisk Pence away from the scene. Quote, "I'm not getting in the car." A lot of hay has been made about this particular Like, this is a lot of people are just like, what is going on there? Where, like, what is happening? Quote, if I get in that vehicle, you guys are taking off. Had Pence entered the vice presidential limo, he would have been taken to a secure location where he would have been unable to certify the presidential election results, plunging the US into uncharted waters. Quote, people need to understand that if Pence had listened to the Secret Service and fled the Capitol, this would have turned out a whole lot worse. A congressional official not authorized to speak publicly told The Intercept. Quote, it could have been a successful coup, not just an attempted one. Representative Jamie Raskin, one of the members of the January 6th committee, called his terse refusal, quote, I'm not getting in the car, the 6 most chilling words of this entire thing I've seen so far. Yeah, same. This is absolutely the part that I really dwell upon. I think about, like, a lot. Just like, huh? Who? They wanted to take him away? That's not good. But the Officer of Inspector General letter suggests key evidence in the form of the Secret Service's electronic communications may never see the light of day. Homeland Security, the Secret Service's parent agency, DHS, is subject to oversight from the DHS Office of Inspector General, which had requested records of electronic communications between January 5th and January 6th before being informed that they had been erased. It is unclear from the letter whether all of the messages were deleted or just some. Department officials have also pushed back on the Oversight Office's records request by arguing that the records must first undergo review by DHS attorneys. Wait, let our lawyers take a look first, which has delayed the process and left unclear if the Secret Service records would ever be produced, according to the letter. Wow. A spokesperson for the Inspector General office told The Intercept, quote, to preserve the integrity of our work and protect our independence, we do not discuss our ongoing yada yada yada. Huh. So that's like the other story that's weirding me out, man. Like, this is bizarre. I don't know. It seems kind of bad. This is Axios with the same story. Yeah, I don't know. Everything's starting to get a little topsy-turvy. So not a good sign. I'm guessing. It could shed light on the repeated efforts to remove Vice President Pence. Yeah, so like we have like these 2 images right now of like the Secret Service being half of them, at least some of them, willing to stop Trump from going to the Capitol, being like, no, there's no way you can do that. And then another segment like trying to whisk Pence away. Like, it makes you feel like there's a little cabal inside the Secret Service or something. Just terrifying to think about. Okay, moving on. Trump lost, and the 2020 election wasn't stolen, a group of prominent conservatives concludes after exhaustive study. So, like, we're really in this world where Republicans, conservatives are trying to convince this cult of personality that, like, you guys are in a cult. It's, what are you doing? Failed to produce substantive evidence to make their case. We can kind of, banging this drum for a while. So the whole, like, lost, like, 60 of 62 court cases or whatever. But dang. It is, I don't know. Like, from everything I've learned about how to change people's beliefs, you pretty much can't. They have to kind of come to it on their own after, like, experiences, and maybe if you, like, I don't know, hit a couple pillars of their belief systems at once. But generally, people don't change their minds. The backfire effect is pretty... Oh, cool! New... How's it going? Saint Just Jeremy? Welcome to the herd! Yeah, we're kind of covering the kind of craziness that's going on. I think the next thing that is up... Going good, nice, poggers. Okay, so this story is driving me up the walls. First, we're gonna watch this. A forced birth activist tries to redefine the term abortion and immediately gets wrecked. This should be good.
Okay, Ms. Foster, you think a 10-year-old would choose to carry?
In the 10-year-old case, first of all, the Ohio...
No, my question is, would a 10-year-old choose to carry a baby?
In the Ohio case, the Ohio Attorney General said that abortion would have been justified.
Focus on the question, please. Would a 10-year-old choose to carry a baby?
I cannot...
Do you think a 10-year-old should choose to carry a baby?
I believe it would probably impact her life, and so therefore it would fall under any exception and would not be an abortion.
Wait. It would not be an abortion if a 10-year-old with her parents made the decision not to have a baby that was the result of a rape?
If a 10-year-old became pregnant as a result of rape and it was threatening her life, then that's not an abortion. So it would not fall under any abortion restriction in our nation.
Ms. Marbelow, are you familiar with disinformation?
Yes, I am.
Did you just hear some disinformation?
Yes, I heard some very significant disinformation.
Why don't you tell me about that?
Yes, an abortion is a procedure. It's a medical procedure
Right,
that
exactly.
individuals undergo for a wide range of circumstances, including because they have been sexually assaulted, raped in the case of the 10-year-old. It doesn't matter whether or not there is a statutory exemption. It is still a medical procedure that is understood to be an abortion. Beyond that, I think it's also important to note that there is no exception for the life or the health of the mother in the Ohio law. That's why that 10-year-old had to cross state lines in order to receive an abortion.
Sorry, what was that? Wait, what was that last? The 10-year-old had to cross state lines to get an. What are those words doing together in a sentence? What's going on here? Oh yeah. I don't know how tuned in you've been. But apparently in Indiana, their attorney general is trying to smear a doctor for not reporting an abortion given to a 10-year-old who was raped. So there's been this insane arc going on that honestly I have a hard time even looking at and like covering. But essentially a 10-year-old had to cross state lines in order to get an abortion, and she was pregnant due to rape, and the conservative response was to say it was a lie. I think if I type in Tucker Tarleson, I think he called it a lie or something. See if we can find it. But essentially the arc is that the right wing called this a lie, and then they got the guy, and he got arrested and arraigned, and now they're like all of a sudden very interested in prosecuting the doctor. It's just a kid. It's just a kid. The thing that like is really hard to talk about is just that like this isn't like what humans are meant to do, and you pretty much face. I mean, pregnancy is already very risky. But you face like an extreme risk. I think it has to be a C-section. It's like absolutely devastating. So good thing they're going after the doctors. What? Todd Rikita says he is looking into the Indiana doctor who performed abortion for Ohio 10-year-old. There's an update. Late Thursday afternoon, IndyStar received a copy of the 10-year-old's terminated pregnancy report from the Indiana Department of Health. It shows that Bernard reported the abortion before the state's reporting deadline, and that Bernard indicated the 10-year-old had suffered abuse. Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita went on Fox News Wednesday night to say he is looking into the Indianapolis obstetrician gynecologist Dr. Caitlin Bernard, who provided a 10-year-old rape victim from Ohio with an abortion. Woo boy! Let's go.
Primetime covered this story heavily on Monday, put on the pressure, and now we're glad that justice is...
We're descending into hell, everybody. All right, let's, what is it? Abandon hope, all ye who enter? Or is it all ye who enter, abandon hope? I always get them mixed up.
Is being served. Why isn't anybody talking about bringing the child rapist to justice? Are you telling me no one's trying to arrest a child rapist in Ohio? Because I know Ohio. And they don't tolerate that there. If there's a 10-year-old child abuser out there on the streets of Ohio, he needs to be brought to justice. And if so-called doctors are covering up child rape, they need to be prosecuted. Ohio detectives did their part, but there's still a lot of unanswered questions, besides the girl not needing to cross state lines to Indiana for the abortion and whether the alleged rapist's immigration status played any role in the cover-up. Caitlin Bernard, the abortion doctor who performed the operation in Indiana, has a legal requirement to report the abortion to both Child Services and the state's health department because a 10-year-old isn't able to give consent and is therefore a rape victim. And from what we can find out so far, this Indiana abortion doctor has covered this up.
And just to be super clear, she absolutely did not. Indy Star received a copy of the 10-year-old's pregnancy report from the Department of Health. It shows that Bernard reported before the state's reporting deadline. Like, Fox News is doing some shit. Like, how is this still allowed to be broadcast? Like, doxing her name and where she works, and then making a claim that appears to be false. I don't know, it sounds like a lie.
Failure to report is nothing new, though, for Dr. Bernard. According to reporting from PJ Media, she has a history of failing to report child abuse cases. And our sources, as Trace mentioned, are telling Fox that Dr. Bernard's employer, Indiana University Health, has already filed a HIPAA violation against her. So, is a criminal charge next? And will Dr. Bernard lose her license? Let's ask the Indiana Attorney General, Todd Rokita. So what's going on, Todd?
Jesse, thanks for having me on, but I shouldn't be here, right? I mean, first of all, this is an illegal immigration issue because likely of Biden's lawlessness at the border.
The guy who did the thing is like an illegal immigrant, apparently.
And everything going on down
Allegedly.
there. That's why Indiana, as a non-border state, has actually filed several independent lawsuits on that. Then we have the rape, and then we have this abortion activist acting as a doctor with a history of failing to report.
Yeah, right? Like, I shouldn't be here. Oh, sorry. Oh, poor you. Poor you.
So we're gathering the information, we're gathering the evidence as we speak, and we're going to fight this to the end, including looking at her licensure. If she failed to report, and in Indiana, it's a crime to not report, to intentionally not report.
So what kind of a crime is it to not report a child rape to state authorities? And then tell us why it's a crime not to report.
Well, of course, because this is a child, and there's a strong public interest in understanding, you know, if someone under the age of 16 or under the age of 18, or really any woman is.
And Fox News called this like a lie, like a fabrication, just to be super clear.
Is having an abortion in our state. And then if a child's being sexually abused, of course, parents need to know, authorities need to know, public policy experts need to know. We all need to know as citizens in a free republic so we can stop this. This is a horrible, horrible scene caused by Marxists and socialists and those in the White House who want lawlessness at the border. And then this girl was politicized for the gain of killing more babies, right? That was the goal. And this abortion activist is out there front and center. The lamestream media, the fake news is right behind it. And unfortunately in Indiana, the paper of record is fake news. And they were right there jumping in on all this, thinking that it was going to be great for their abortionist movement when this girl has been so brutalized.
It really is a tragedy. Thanks for coming on, and please keep us posted on what's going on with this abortion doctor and whether or not she's going to face any sort of scrutiny.
I don't know, man.
I'm not letting it go.
I don't know. These people are absolutely unhinged. I don't know how you look at that and go like, America's doing okay. This is normal. Attorney generals should be going on the news just feeding disinformation to the public. Like, that is so bizarre. It's so weird. It's so weird. She didn't break any law. She reported before the deadline, and the attorney general, the top cop, is like on a news show. Like, what? Or an opinion show, I guess. So yeah, Rokita did not provide any evidence to back up his claims. He later released a statement reiterating his speculation about whether reporting requirements have been followed and said he was investigating the situation. He also said there may be further action if a HIPAA violation occurred, meaning patient information was improperly shared. He did not offer evidence. What's your source? I made it up. And of course, as it is, quote, I will not relent in the pursuit of the truth. Man, it is so weird. Like, one of the things we learned from George Orwell's 1969's Animal Crossing is that the people who would try to take away your power would tell you that they're doing it for your safety, right? Like that this person who has no evidence that is distorting the truth is in pursuit of truth. That contradiction in terms, that constant virtue signaling. Man, it is just so I don't know, it's so common you're like not even surprised to see it. Okay. Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what it was called. That's not the name of that book. It's Animal Flossing. Okay, I'm done. Keckle, Omega Lol. Okay, moving on to more serious news. So yeah, just to follow up on that, some media outlets backtrack as authorities confirm the story about the 10-year-old rape victim who sought abortion. Let's see if... And then this is something different. This is about the data apps thing. 2 newspapers owned by Gannett, one in Indiana...
Any data related to reproduction.
2 newspapers owned by Gannett and one in Indiana and one in Ohio have humanized the new American reality. But wait a minute. Okay, that is not a helpful topic sentence. On July 1st, the Indianapolis Star reported that a 10-year-old girl in Ohio was pregnant. And because, quote, the Buckeye State had outlawed any abortion after 6 weeks, the girl was brought to Indiana for an abortion. The source is Dr. Caitlin Bernard, who said she had conferred with a child abuse doctor in Ohio. No further details about the girl or the alleged rapist were obtainable, even though some news outlets tried. In recent days, after President Biden cited the news report and denounced Ohio's abortion ban, many conservative media outlets and Republican office holders poured skepticism on the case, and some personalities flatly said they did not believe the 10-year-old existed. Representative Jim Jordan tweeted, "Another lie. Anyone surprised?" This is where it gets unhinged. Fox News host Emily Campagno yesterday on the story of a 10-year-old rape victim who had to go to Indiana for an abortion. Quote, "What I find so deeply offensive, they had to make up a fake one." Meanwhile, the alleged rapist was just arrested and charged.
And the single source said to the Washington Post, "Thank you for reaching out. I'm sorry, but I don't have any information to share." So just dark.
Yeah, and that's against the backdrop of their code of ethics, which also includes we use confidential sources, sole sources as the sole basis for published information only as a last resort, and under specific procedures that best serve the public's right to know. Well, that goes to what you were saying, where they have deemed that the public's right to know is folded in with their agenda. Take it from me, because my wheelhouse was criminal law as an attorney.
Oh,
There's
really?
no shortage of 10-year-old rape victims. There's victims from infants through the elderly, both genders. There is more than you can count. There are so many monsters out there. So for me, what I find so deeply offensive is that they had to make up a fake one. There's actually so many. There are countless real ones that I would love for them to use as advocacy.
No! Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Yo.
For law and order, for actually commitment to prosecutions, to finding the perpetrator. But the fact that this alleged situation was created.
She's like so excited about how many child victims there are. She's like, why can't we just get her up on camera? I mean, they're there. There's so many to choose from, everybody. There's such a nice variety. Fit any needs. Why they... What?
Created And that was to serve the public's right to know, to further their position on abortion by a sort of sensationalist physician now that has now gone dark with zero acknowledgement of the perp and the victim and so much more components of this that real people have dedicated their careers and their dramatic efforts to on a daily basis, that they think we're that simple, that they've reduced us, oh, you're going to eat this up, you're not going to ask any questions, and it's going to be really good for your talking point, and then it gets amplified. It's horrifying. Americans know better than that. We're smarter than that, and we are more honorable than that.
Amen. And from inside the party, you might.
Something's wrong in America, everybody. Something just quite ain't right. I don't know. Seems sussy. Okay. Moving on. Yeah. Okay. There's also this story. Texas sues the Biden administration for requiring abortions in medical emergencies. I probably should have made the main title of today abortion coverage. I didn't realize how much I had on this, but this is where the news is the weirdest. So it's where I go. It's just like bazonkers. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sued the Biden administration over federal rules that require abortions be provided in medical emergencies to save the life of the mother, even in states with near total bans. This man is going to war in the court system and be like, no, women must die. We must murder as many women. Like, it is so unhinged. How can you take this position? Like, it's to save someone's life, a medical emergency. What's the argument? What are they gonna say? How? That the only way that makes sense is if the fetus has more rights than she does. Right? She's just an incubator there to produce the next child. And if she dies in the process, well, so what? I don't know. This is a really dark turn. It's a really dark turn. Quote, the Biden administration seeks to transform every emergency room in the country into a walk-in abortion clinic, Paxton said in the statement announcing the lawsuit on Thursday. The suit follows new guidance from the Department of Health and Human Services that asserted federal law requiring emergency medical treatment supersedes any state restriction on abortion in cases where the pregnant patient's life or health is at risk. Earlier this week, the Biden administration sent a memo to state officials reminding them of an existing law called the Emergency Medical Treatment in Labor Act, which, quote, requires that all patients receive an appropriate medical screening examination, stabilizing treatment, and transfer if necessary, according to the HHS guidance. That requirement exists, quote, irrespective of any state laws or mandates that apply to specific procedures, the memo said. Isn't it like 1750 again? Dying for childbirth is the most noble death. Actually, Lautaro, there's something I wanted to show, but I don't even know if I can. I'm pretty sure I can't, just because it's too insane. It's one of those right-wingers. I'm forgetting his name. But essentially he's like, I don't want us to go back to what? 1990s. Like, the 1990s sucks. We want to go back to 1099, like 1,000 years. Like, I think we're up against something really dark and sinister. Even 1750 is not thinking big enough. Like, this is getting a little shaky. Although the HHS guidance focuses on abortions provided in emergency situations, Texas officials have interpreted the memo as an order that all emergency rooms must act as a walk-in abortion clinic. So, although Texas officials have just interpreted, they've just magicked up a totally different understanding. That's weird. Quote, President Biden is flagrantly disregarding the legislative and democratic process and flouting the Supreme Court's ruling before the ink is dry by having his appointed bureaucrats mandate that hospitals and emergency medicine physicians must perform abortions, the lawsuit said. The lawsuit challenges the Biden administration guideline on the grounds that it uses federal funds in violation of the Hyde Amendment that bars federal spending to facilitate an abortion except in cases of rape, incest, or the safety of the patient. The suit suggests that this guidance will, quote, coerce healthcare providers to supply abortions outside the allowable scope. What? That's so weird. I'm going to read that again. The lawsuit challenges the guideline on the grounds that it uses federal funds in violation of the Hyde Amendment that bars federal spending to facilitate an abortion except in cases of... Yeah, so it's like, it seems it's not violating the Hyde Amendment because there's an exception for cases of safety of the patient. But they're saying, no. Even though you'll be within that exception, you're going to be coercing people. That's bizarre. Yo, run from Texas. Don't walk, run. Okay. Every single House Republican voted against investigating neo-Nazis in the military. Cool. Uh-oh. House passes bill to create Amber Alert-like system for active shooting situations. Republicans vote against it. Oh man, I don't know. It seems bad. Probably want to be catching the neo-Nazis, and you probably want to let people know there's an active shooting situation. I mean, that's the thing that happened in Canada, right? Like, there was an active shooter and the RCMP kept mum, and they just sort of like, yeah, it would have been dangerous for us if we let people know about it. It would have endangered cops if we let citizens know that there was an active shooter. But if you live in America, I would want an Amber system like this. How do you know if it's a good guy with a gun or a bad guy with a gun? It's hard to tell. You know, they all sound the same. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. They passed it. And Republicans voted against it. One Democrat also voted against it. Republicans were less unified in their vote, with 43 voting in favor and 168 voting against it. During a debate, Matt Gaetz, our favorite politician under, I believe, criminal indictment, oh boy, a Republican from Florida, said an active shooter system alert is designed to make people hate their Second Amendment rights. Amazing. Quote, why do the Democrats want to use the power of government to bombard your cell phone with active shooter alerts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? It's because they want you to be afraid of the Second Amendment. Man, it sounds like he's admitting there's a gun problem. That there's a lot of mass shootings going on, apparently all the time. Don't be afraid. Okay. I also was wondering if chat had the stomach to watch the Uvalde hallway thing. I don't know. I kind of was morbidly curious in watching the full hour. That could be interesting. I don't know. It's pretty morbid though, because I hear like the sounds of the children getting shot was edited out. So part of me doesn't want to watch it because it's a lie. But part of it, you're basically made of steel. I always worry about that. Just like, that's why I need that little warning, like how far we've descended into hell, so that anybody jumping into the stream knows what the vibe's at. Like if we're chilling, if we vibing, or if we're covering like the fall of the American Empire and like all its pieces flinging off in every direction. But okay, all right. I have like light, fluffy content I wanted to check out. A lot of really interesting stuff that I think we'll get to. But yeah, if we're all feeling morbidly curious, we could. I mean, this has been a pretty dark. This is about as dark as it gets. I don't know, man. Okay. Here's a little comic just to break things up. So some people arrive in a time machine. And they're laughing at some people on the ground. Hey, nice 70s clothes, 70s dorks. Ah. And the father's consoling his son. It's okay, son. Don't worry. And then he says, someday we're going to look back and laugh at this. I thought it was a funny comic. The Jenkins. Okay. Next up. Alcohol is never good for you, everybody. Didn't you know? Didn't you know that? Pretty much, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I know, like, to resist is to persist, and not thinking about something is thinking about it. Don't you do it. How do you not become an alcoholic
The
in
message
this world?
for young people, particularly individuals aged 15 to 39 years,
Damn
is
it.
that they should not drink.
Damn it.
And we hope that by providing this information to young adults around the world, they can make informed choices for their health.
Why'd you inform me?
Among older individuals, there is both cardiovascular diseases and cancers. And there's clear evidence that alcohol consumption increases the risk of cancer, whereas alcohol consumption at very small levels may decrease the risk of cardiovascular disease.
Oh, yeah,
So among
decrease?
older individuals where cardiovascular diseases are more important, more
Right.
predominant,
Okay.
we see that there aren't these increased risks of alcohol consumption on poor health.
Alcohol consumption guidelines, both global ones and national ones, for the most part, have emphasized the difference between consumption level for men compared to women. What our work suggests is that global guidelines, national guidelines, local guidelines would be more effective if they emphasized age as opposed to sex.
Interesting. Cool. Okay. So I got like roughly 10 years to just not drink. Damn. Carry significant health risks and no benefits. None. Not even one. Not even a single benefit. Does it not give me confidence? Is that not a benefit? Damn. That sucks. 4 years ago, the study said that even the occasional drink was harmful to health and suggested governments should advise people to abstain entirely. But after a major new analysis of global data, the experts behind the study have reached fresh conclusions. Young people face higher health risks from alcohol consumption than older adults, they say. But they add that adults aged 40 and older without underlying health conditions may benefit from limited alcohol consumption, such as a small glass of red wine a day, including a reduced risk in cardiovascular disease, stroke, and diabetes. Considering I was told I absolutely cannot smoke at all, absolutely cannot smoke, probably gonna have to find something else then. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think like the gambit there, if you're taking advice, I'm giving it. I think like just get really deep into yoga, really deep into breath exercises. I definitely had a lot of really real good vibes off of like certain breathing exercises. If you like really lean into it and treat like your lungs as like a source of I don't know, drugged medication or like some sort of like way to get high, if you get to a certain point, you absolutely can like, yeah, feel really good that way. It's just like more oxygen into your bloodstream, into your brain, just makes things tingle. It's like pretty good for you. But damn, that sucks to hear. I'm sorry about that, Low Tyrant Youth. That's rough. I know that if you have to quit smoking, the only thing I've seen work in other people was like, what is it? It's like this really simple book. Anyways, if when I find it, I'll pull it up. My doc was like, so this meta study said people with bipolar can't smoke at all. Right? Yeah, I saw that. I mean, what was the thing? Like, what's the joke? Like, if you have bipolar, you want to find out if there's like cool people who have it, you know? Oh, you haven't smoked since Christmas? Okay, so yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I mean, certain conditions, you're just like, yeah, but this really famous cool person has it, so that's not bad, I guess. I mean, they're famous and doing good. Okay, so experts are saying that young people don't do it, old people you can have a bit. Their findings, published in The Lancet, are the first to report alcohol risk by geographical region, age, sex, and year. They suggest that global alcohol consumption recommendations should be based on age and location, with the strictest guidelines for men aged 15 to 39, who are at the greatest risk. Fuck. Shit. Oh, gosh darn it. Golly gee willikers. Quote, our message is simple. Young people should not drink, but older people may benefit. But can't you give me a complicated message I can just ignore? Quote, while it may not be realistic to think young adults will abstain from drinking, we do think it's important to communicate the latest evidence so that everyone can make informed decisions. A total of 1.34 billion people are estimated to have consumed harmful amounts of alcohol in 2020, according to the analysis of drinking habits in 204 countries. The study found that 59% of those who drank harmful amounts were aged 15 to 39, people for whom alcohol provided no health benefit and posed risks, including injuries related to drinking or car accidents, suicides, or murders. 3/4 of harmful drinkers were men. That's what I'm saying. Make it complicated. Yeah, exactly. So much easier. But this just a scientific study giving me a simple message. God dang it. So hard to ignore. Researchers looked at the risk of alcohol consumption on 22 health outcomes, including injuries, interesting, cardiovascular diseases, and cancers. Using this information, they were able to estimate how much alcohol a person could drink before taking on excess risk to their health compared to someone who did not drink any alcohol. They found that the level of alcohol that could be consumed without increasing risks increased throughout a lifetime. Okay. Researchers deemed a standard drink as a 100 milliliter glass of 13% alcohol red wine, okay, or a can of beer, 307 ml of 3.5% beer. That's light beer. That's American beer. What the hell is that? Who drinks 3.5% beer? Man, they got like 9% here in Quebec. They found that for men aged 15 to 39, the recommended amount of alcohol before risking health loss was just 0.136 of a standard drink a day. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's poison! It's just poison! It's just poison at that point. I gotta drink 10% of a glass of wine? Oh yeah, Canada, we drink. Everybody drinks in Canada. It's really strong drinking culture here. I grew up around alcoholics. I'll probably end up an alcoholic if I don't take this study seriously. Jesus, 0.136 of a can of beer, can of light beer. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what are they going to tell me about smoking weed next? Oh jeez. For adults of 40 and older without any underlying health conditions, drinking a small amount of alcohol is linked to some health benefits. And for them, 40 to 64, safe alcohol consumption levels range from about half a standard drink a day to almost 2 standard drinks. I haven't drank that much in the last while, but you know, yeah, that's cool. I mean, absolutely. I didn't realize being a teetotaler was probably the way. Probably a smart choice. Dang, peaking at 1.87 standard drinks a day over the age of 40. Interesting. Okay. So I knew needed to drink less, but now I know I need to drink 100 times less. Also, chat is washed out. Oh, what the hell? Pas bueno la. Let me just fix that real quick. Yeah, I mean, dang it. Dang it. Alright. Just gotta create a little background, everybody. Maybe that'll do it. Okay, I guess not. Weird. Chat box. Huh. Okay. All right, I'll have to figure that out later. I tried to like do a bunch of stuff to make the stream better right before stream. Always a bad choice. Always a bad choice. Okay, moving on. I guess what I could do just as a quick fix. Sorry, no, this is brutal, brutal content. Absolutely rubbish. But I don't like it when chat's broken. It's half the fun, getting to read your chats. Absolutely. Okay, next up. This is a fun story. This is super great. Really fun. Amazon finally admits giving cops Ring doorbell data without user consent. It's happened at least 11 times so far. So maybe don't use these things. A U.S. senator had to ask them, which confirmed 11 cases in 2022 where Ring complied with police emergency requests. In each case, Ring handed over private recordings, including video and audio, without letting users know that police had access to and potentially downloaded their data. This raises many concerns about increased police reliance on private surveillance, a practice that's long gone unregulated. There's actually been like stories I've come across, but changes are also the nature of it too, so it's not surprising. Yeah, that's fair. You're very understanding, Loud Tyrant Youth. I mean, I've been kind of lazy. I got a bit of space to sort of like be less lazy for stream. For stream. Like I finally figured out stream labels. How did they not figure that out? Like forever ago. I just had to Google how make stream better. And then I read things and I was like, that's a tool that's just like right there, already there. I should just do that. But you know, school has been hilarious. Ring says it will only, quote, respond immediately to urgent law enforcement requests for information in cases involving imminent danger or of death or serious physical injury to any person. Okay. So you say. The problem is that the people who are deciding what constitutes exigent circumstances and what constitutes the type of emergency, all of these very important safeguards, are Ring and the police. Both of whom, as far as I know, don't have a great reputation when it comes to deciding when it's appropriate to acquire a person's data. Yeah, of course, that's Electronic Frontier Foundation, who is repping civil liberties. Hey, Technomicah, how's it going? Yeah, it's pretty freakish. It's absolutely terrifying. There was a story I came across like years ago, and it was like interviewing a police officer who's like, but no, it makes sense for me to go to a DNA database and find the person that way rather than all this silly warrant stuff and searching through a bunch of people and or hanging out in a certain area and disenfranchising everyone. Oh, jeez. Nice to be here on time. Oh, nice. Poggers. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be keeping a much more regular schedule. I'm no longer going to be working on the reg. Quit me job to go to school for a year. So I think I can keep like a regular routine, take the stream a bit more serious. And I got to build up towards a subathon. I'm going to do like a proper subathon. I just don't know what we're going to do. If it's going to be like watch another episode of this or I don't know. I do something embarrassing. I don't know. Yeah, good stuff. No, for real. We actually have some fun content. We've got some fun content lined up. A couple really good videos. We still have Channel 5 with Andrew Callaghan. Always makes great content. And right now, this.
You know, I was born Terrence Deshaun Howard. I've become an actor. You know, I've been nominated for Oscars and Golden Globes and SAG Awards. But those were the things that really moved me. As a child, I studied chemical engineering at Pratt Institute, was there for 2 years until I saw that there was an inconsistency with the math there.
Oh.
And so I went out to explore a new way of understanding how the universe worked, and I was able to define the grand unified field equation they've been looking for.
Oh,
and
you
put
did?
it into geometry.
Wow.
And then with that geometry, I was able to put props on that.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying is now we have invented a new form of flight that I would like to bring here to Uganda.
Sorry,
to replace the drones, to replace the helicopters, to replace the planes.
Wait, what?
We have all the funding necessary. What we need is just a fertile ground in which to build this. Now, this is the geometry of hydrogen.
Oh.
Of
Okay.
hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
This is the proton itself. So any bond that hydrogen can make, our linchpins are able to make. So we're talking about unlimited bonding.
Bonding?
Unlimited predictable
Bondage?
structures, supersymmetry. And the linchpins are now able to behave as a swarm, as a colony.
Nice.
That can defend a nation, that
Okay.
can harvest food, that can remove plastics from the ocean, that can give the children of Uganda and the people of Uganda an opportunity to spread this and to sell these products throughout the world. So we are no longer just selling agricultural products and pieces from the land. We can now sell and take center stage with technology.
Okay.
But the main purpose is to defend the sovereignty of a peaceful place and a peaceful people without having to have our young men lose their lives.
Cool. Okay. That's lots to think about there. I'm still stuck on the grand unified theory part. I don't know about you, but hold up. Hold up. So, from what I understand, I think he wrote a book on this. God, where is it? Yes. Okay, I think I found his book. We going in hard, chat. We're going in hard on Terrence D. Howard, man. Oh yes. Oh boy. Okay. All right, everybody. Only here at the B Word broadcast will you get enlightened. Are you ready to be enlightened? There is currently no hard evidence that nature is described by a grand unified theory. Wikipedia. Yeah, but Technomicah, you went to Wikipedia. That's like, of course they're not gonna tell you it's Wikipedia. Allow me to enlighten you. Are you ready to be enlightened, chat? Are you ready? The enlightening it's all happening. It's all happening now. The moment is here. If, okay, big if, 4 divided by 2 is the inverse operation of 2 times 2 is equal to 4, then it would naturally follow that 2 divided by 1 is the inverse operation of 1 times 1 equals 2. Woo! This is pure logic. I don't know how you contest this. What does your common sense tell you about these two scenarios? Chat? What do they have in common? And what are their differences? Riddle me this. Division. The number 4 is divided by 2. Twice. And the truth is, the number 2 is divided by 1 twice. Addition. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And 1 plus 1 equals 2. Subtraction. 4 minus 2 equals 2. And 2 minus 1 equals 1. Multiplication. 2 times 2 equals 4. And 1 times 1 equals 1. Can you see where this mistake has occurred? Both of these scenarios are identical in every way. The only difference exists in dimension alone. If they add, subtract, and divide according to the same ratio, then they must also multiply according to the same ratio. Plain and simple, chat. Plain and simple. If 2 divided by 1 is inconsistent with 1 times 1 equals 1, although 4 divided by 2 is consistent with 2 times 2 equals 4, then it should follow that 2 raised to the 2 is equal to 4 and 1 raised to the 2 is equal to 2. Yet, the math and scientific community tells us that common sense and logic are wrong in this case because of a product of an arbitrary convention called the identity property. Are you ready to go deep, chat? Are you... It goes on. Dear world, I have been told by many that the releasing of this truth into the wild may pose certain challenges in my life. For there are many institutions that this truth... Oh, you notice how he put lowercase... You know that small lowercase truth? That's so humble. That's so humble. That's so humble. Man, he didn't even capitalize truth. That's about as humble as it gets. For there are many institutions that this truth will be viewed as disruptive to their system of profits and gains. I want to live a happy and peaceful life, and I pray for longevity, not just for me, but for our entire species. Know that I would never harm myself, nor anyone else for that matter. Nevertheless, if my life has to face certain challenges so that this planet can be saved, please do not let these trials that I may have to face be in vain, and pray for me as I am praying for you. Sincerely, Terrence Deshaun Howard, 2019. They've got us surrounded. Those poor bastards. I think I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna read this. But it's a nuclear Oh fuck. A human embryo, a chicken embryo, a fish embryo. Curious? Okay, it's happening. I'm sorry, chat. I think this is... Bro! Can I just... Oh no! It keeps going. All things are one, chat. All things are one. The cosmic microwave background. Didn't you know? All things. We're all just fluctuations in the wave. I almost want to take this seriously and just do a deep dive. This is amazing. This is so good. There is... Oh god, he's on page 90. You got a picture of a sperm entering an egg. Oh god. Oh god. It's so bad it's good. It's so bad it's good. It's one... Oh, the absolute ignorance of zero, a non-thing. When was zero invented? The first record of zero appeared in Mesopotamia around 3 BC. The Mayans of South America are also credited with its invention, independently of the Mesopotamians, around 4 AD. Like a year later. Oh, that's so funny. Holy shit. Oh man, I'm crying. I'm crying. A year later. Stop. Stop. Oh god, stop. Oh no, 3 BC and 4 AD. Okay, okay. Hundreds. I'm stupid. I didn't read it right, but oh my god. I can't. I can't. Just 3 BC and 4 AD. Wait, that's like 7 years. Oh god. I can't deal. That's 7 years. Oh, why did you just say circa the same time period or something? It's not how this works. What is happening? I'm crying. Holy fuck. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's so funny. I've never seen something catch me so off guard in my life. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. My life's falling apart. But at least I didn't write this. Oh gosh. The concept of zero was later seen in India in the mid-5th century. It then spread to Cambodia around the close of the 7th century. ultimately making its way into China and was subsequently adopted into the Islamic countries by the end of the 8th century. Robert Kaplan authored The Nothing That Is. He states, quote, in Mesopotamia, several thousand years ago, a slanted double wedge was inserted between cuneiform symbols for numbers, written positionally to indicate the absence of a number in a place. The O indicated that there was no digit or number in the given column. Now that we've addressed the possible origin of 0, let's examine how this placeholder has become confused with an actual value. Oh, hey, how's it going, Demand Better Canada? We're reading a treatise on 0 from Terence Deshawn Howard, which has been quite a romp already extremely funny. Don't forget, 1 raised to the square of itself is equal to 2. We cannot lose sight of the most important thing, which is that 1 times itself is equal to 2. If you forget that, you are lost. You have not understood the message behind this treatise, and all I could do is pray for your soul. All right, we're moving on. Once something, capitalized, comes into existence, its effects are forever present. Even though the initial cause may have dissipated or disintegrated from being a concentrated mass or initial force, nevertheless, the effects of that initial force or action perpetually unwind centrifugally until all its radiated manifestations are collected together again in a positively charging centripetal spin. Wow. What is happening? As in the case with exploding stars, we can see the effects of that star even though it may no longer be shinning. It may have tendrils of hydrogen filaments that may stretch as far as 100 billion miles. We don't measure space in miles. We don't measure space in miles. You don't measure space. Oh God. Yeah, it's, oh wait, I got the doorbell. One sec. Here's something that should be
Middle
good.
ground is a social experiment that brings humans with opposing beliefs together. These discussions may contain viewpoints that are the result of misinformation. Remember to seek out experts and to be critical of your own biases while forming an opinion. Please see the humanity in each participant, and as always, we encourage empathy.
You're equating some minor inconveniences in your privileged life to
Why would you assume my life is privileged?
unsupported.
But why would you assume my life is privileged, though? I mean, I don't say that about you. Why would you assume my life is privileged?
I'm privileged.
Okay, that's fine, but why would you assume my life is privileged?
For one, you're a man.
Step forward if you agree with the prompt. The government has no right to tell people what to do with their body.
Vaccines.
Yeah, I don't think the government has the right to tell you what you want to do with your...
Sorry.
Okay. I stood here because of vaccines, but I know a lot of you guys probably look at me like, oh, what about abortion?
Okay, what I
Now,
miss?
the thing is, when it comes to abortion, 2 bodies are involved. It's the woman and it's the fetus. The fetus, you know, has a heartbeat, it has DNA. It should have rights.
When?
Life begins at conception.
That's not when the heart's there.
Heartbeat starts at 4 weeks. It's not just a clump of cells, it is life. At 21 weeks, it can live outside of the womb. Abortion ends with murder and death.
Over 90% of abortions happen within the first 10 weeks.
That's still, I think that's not acceptable.
But they still have the potential of having life, though. The mortality rate of a fetus getting aborted is 100%. It's going to die when it's aborted.
And you're very lucky you'll never have to experience what it's like to have to make that choice.
But what if I become a father and you know the woman who I got pregnant wants to have an abortion? It's going to affect me.
You would have a discussion with your partner.
It's going to affect me.
Then and decide what you're going to do and be glad that you have a choice to even discuss with that partner.
Unfortunately, human nature, if you take away the option or the right to do that, then they'll find it another way.
And it will be unsafe.
And
So if I
would
don't
you
have a
support the mom? Would you support the mom in that scenario?
If the mom had an abortion or the
No,
mom went...
no, if she gave birth.
Oh, of course. I would support her. I'd say what you do is a good thing. And
No, support her financially for the rest of her life or for the rest of the baby's life.
Are you talking about like, what do you mean me support her? Like as a citizen or?
As a citizen.
If somebody has a baby.
We do have child support and it comes from taxpayer money.
There's foster care, there's adoption, there's
Oh,
mothers
yeah,
waiting.
adoption.
Those systems are very broken, and people all the time are trying to stop funding for programs like that.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you guys, do you support vaccine mandates?
Yes.
So I mean, you,
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, do you actually think I gotta support women?
you stepped forward and said the government shouldn't tell you what to do with your body, though. Why would you support?
My issue is that I believe that the government should not be able to tell me what to do with my body, but I have to accept the consequences for the choices that I make with my body. The vaccines, for instance, I absolutely felt that everyone should get vaccinated. Why? Because this was a pandemic. But if you don't want to, I don't think the government should have to tell you that you have to.
Less
but
based.
you then have to suffer the consequences of your choices, which means you cannot patronize certain places. You can't put other people at risk.
I know you're saying they're doing it to protect us, but the coronavirus has, I think, a survivor rate almost 98%, 99%,
Bro,
and we're mandating.
Bro, a lot of people, that's a lot of people dying at 1%. Only 1% of our population's dying. No, that's not a good thing.
Vaccines. Why are we not mandating the flu?
What's frightening to me is that you're equating some minor inconveniences in your privileged life to
Why would you assume my life is privileged?
unsupported.
But why would you assume my life is privileged?
I mean, it just wafts off of you.
Though you don't know my life. I mean, I don't say that about you. Why would you assume my life is privileged?
I'm privileged.
Okay, that's fine, but why would you assume my life is privileged?
For one, you're a man.
You know, most people commit suicide are men. Most people who work
Got her.
in dangerous
Oh,
workplaces are men.
bro.
Most people who fight in war are men.
Bro, he's red-pilled. He's red-pilled.
Who set that system up?
Yeah.
Oh, got her. Oh, got him.
Most people who fight in war are men.
Again.
And who set that system up?
Yeah.
And the liberal dad with the 1-2.
I ask the disagreeers to step forward.
Well, I think I give a unique perspective on this because I actually do agree with the vaccine mandate. I think COVID was just a huge disaster, and I think it could have ended a lot sooner if things were more organized.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely. As far as whether the government should intervene on people's bodies, I think there are a lot of instances where the government should. One, to protect the society in general, especially in cases such as a pandemic where the disease could literally wipe out cities. In other instances as well, such as drug use, I think the government should intervene because when you have a society that's addicted to opioids or crack.
Yeah, like it was like over a million people died in America, something crazy.
It spreads like wildfire, and I've seen it firsthand. It's very difficult to control without the help of government. Now, on the topic of abortion, that one's very complex. And in general, I always want to favor a woman's right to choose. But I think there's also a very fundamental question that both of you brought up: is at what point is a fetus a human or a person? Let's say a child is 8 months in the womb, and at that point, the baby has a heart, the baby has a brain, has legs, has arms. Do you think it's okay for that to be terminated?
Nobody is doing that. And nobody is having abortions with viable fetuses unless it is a medical emergency that will kill the baby and the mother.
It's just, you can hit him with the facts over and over again, but I don't know if it's going to get through.
My name is Ben. I'm a business consultant for a telecom company, and I'm a liberal dad. When it comes to the abortion issue, I am not exactly sure where I stand. I am not pro-choice or pro-life.
My name is Dawn. I'm a regional
Wow. What a centrist. This is the worst kind of person.
sales manager for a dialysis company as well as a therapist, and I'm a liberal parent. As far as my views on abortion, to be honest, it just makes me very sad. I can't believe that we are moving backwards by taking people's rights away to choose what's happening to their body.
When is this?
Not
June 5th?
being an LGBTQ plus ally makes someone a bad person.
Nice. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
That's
strong,
an
isn't it?
easy.
It's a
Right,
little
it's a
strong.
general
But whatever.
way.
But sure.
Put it.
Yeah, I'll
I
take
would
that
question someone's empathy.
I would take that position.
And their awareness of the other people around them, because I guarantee you know someone that's
Absolutely,
LGBTQ.
and their environment.
Right. Discussing the
Their
validity of the
libs.
existence
This is
of
great.
other human beings isn't a political issue. That's like,
It's there. whether you
there's
like it
something
or not.
wrong with you
Yes.
if you like, no, trans people don't exist. Obviously they do.
I like how
would like to think
they get the pulpit because they had the strong
I
opinions.
think that it's a safer world
Yes.
to be LGBTQ, but that
Yes.
would be naive.
Of course.
People are getting murdered
Deadliest
for
year
being
of
trans,
violence against trans
you
in
know,
2021.
and,
What the fuck?
and gay. It's scary. I
From
have
Forbes.
3 kids. I have 3 boys.
Oh.
One of them is trans.
Well, there you
I
go.
worry that, I mean, for however progressive a new generation seems,
No, they're coming. They're coming for it. Like it's, I think Robert Evans called it trans exterminationism, the ideology of exterminating trans folk. Like it's very
that,
dangerous.
you know, I have to think about, will there be violence done? Which, I mean, every parent worries about violence. That's part of the gig of being a parent.
Also, man, it's been over an hour of streaming. If you like what you're watching, if you're enjoying this terrible segue, like, support the stream, follow, great B-word content coming up. You know, the news is pretty odd, and we got more odd, strange stuff coming up. But yeah. And if you already subscribed, tell a friend, retweet, all that jazz. Thanks for supporting.
And I've got an extra, I've got a new layer. My child is in a wonderfully privileged situation where they have a lot of support.
Okay, that helps.
But as they get older, their circle gets wider, and my sphere of influence gets less effective as they get older, you know? Hi, I'm Cindy. I am a stay-at-home mom, and I am a liberal parent. One of my children came out as trans 2 years ago. Mine and my husband's response was, that's great. Would you like to go by these pronouns? And would you like to pick out a name? Let's make sure that we talk to a gender specialist so we know what options there are. And we'll just take this one step at a time. We'll move forward with the best information possible.
Can the disagreeer step forward?
Oh my God. They're up against
I
it.
can provide a unique perspective on this because I'm actually bisexual.
He said that twice.
Oh,
no.
So I think...
Okay, keep the bisexual hate down.
Not being an ally, as long as you're not harming people, you're not harassing people, you're not posting on social media that these people suck, then I don't think you're a bad person for that.
Okay.
As a Christian, I don't think that being LGBTQ aligns with God's view of the family. It doesn't mean that I will disrespect them in any way. I just think that it's a sin.
As far as your faith is concerned, what would happen if your child came out to you that they were gay?
I just think you're going to hell. I'm okay with it. It's cool. You do you, I guess, but you're going to hell.
Trans.
I think that if the sin is not practiced upon, it's not a problem. It can be dealt with, especially with transitioning. It usually comes from mental problems like depression, anxiety, all those things.
So you think they can be kind of taught to not be gay?
No, I think
Pray the gay away.
You support conversion therapy?
No, I don't think that we can convert anyone into doing anything. I would not ostracize my child, but I would not support it, just like I don't support any sin.
So I think that if you want to be transgender, you could be transgender. We live in again, I said, a free nation. But if you're asking for my opinion, I believe that men and women are completely different. We have different chromosomes, different bone structures.
No. Oh no, this guy has definitely like done the bone structure thing, like going for phrenology. Oh no.
Transgender woman, I still view you as a man. You could, express yourself as a woman. That's fine.
Organized
but I don't believe
religion
that
is
society
all the
should
answers.
automatically, say that okay, you're a woman. Let's say, for instance, there's a 18-year-old biological man, but says that they are a woman now. They still have male genitalia. They could walk into a woman's locker room and show off their male genitalia. I don't agree.
You know what's happening is that they're going into the bathroom that that their gender doesn't align with, but that you conservative freaks want them to, and then they're getting attacked by gangs of people who hate them because of transphobia like this, and then the cops are like, yeah, let's arrest that person. That's a story that happened. I'll have to pull up the source, but damn, like, this thinking is so insane. It's so like, he's like, how do you know I'm privileged? It's because we can tell you spend all your day online, my guy. You've been red-pilled or maybe even black-pilled.
Agree with that. I don't think that's okay.
That's not happening.
It is happening though.
Is it really happening?
That is
It's
literally
not happening.
transphobia.
He's got yeah, exactly. He's got a room of people saying, you made it up.
It could happen, though.
It's rare, though, but-
And not even a trans. It could just be a creepy guy, like, pretending to be...
Yes, creepy guys are, I'm in much more danger in a women's restroom from a cisgender, straight, creepy guy than I am a trans
that gives
person.
them the excuse, you know, that's what I'm trying to say.
So do you support gender-neutral bathrooms, like women and men
Yes.
can go into the same bathroom? Do you think that could increase the chances of rape or assault?
They already exist. It's interesting that men are only concerned about this rape in the bathroom when we're having a conversation about trans folk.
Cute.
But gender-neutral bathroom just stems
He's
from
like
that zero.
immediately like, I don't want to talk about women getting raped in bathrooms by men. That's just like, let's just move on quickly from that.
No, this idea that rape is going to suddenly go on the rise because of gender-neutral bathrooms stems from transphobia.
Man, she is clowning on him.
I'm Eden, I'm 16 years old, and I'm on the conservative teen side.
16.
I think that transitioning does more harm than good. And I think that we are born in the body that we're given, and we should stay that way. God has created us in his image, and I don't
you
think...
got so much living. Have you not seen someone older than 30? They look like a different person than their child photos. Like, come on, people change.
We should change the way we are.
Owning a gun is
Nice.
a basic human right.
This is awesome. This is such a good jubilee. Oh my god. It's my right to have a gun. It's my human right. Ever since the dawn of time, humans have had the rights to own guns.
Absolutely hate hearing about school shootings on the news and just shootings.
It's so horrible, everybody. It's so
general,
horrible to hear.
It's horrible.
Really affects his day. Really.
You know, this isn't
super
like,
sucks.
you know,
bummer.
Spider-Man's not going to save people. People have the right to protect themselves.
A lot of mass shooters target gun-free zones because they know there's not going to be a person who's going to fight against them or shoot them back.
Like
There's a lot of
schools.
mass shootings at schools, and that's because schools have gun-free zones.
They need
I
more
view
guns.
owning a gun as a right to defend myself. You look at countries that have banned guns in the past, the USSR,
Oh, she's
Nazi
on the
Germany.
inside.
You look at China under Mao Zedong.
Wow.
They
Man, this guy has been absolutely red-pilled.
strip their citizens of arms so they could oppress them. And I think the reason why our founding fathers enshrined the Second Amendment is because they wanted us to protect ourselves against tyrannical government and to protect ourselves against danger around us too.
I think that from a woman's perspective, if as a woman you get into a dangerous situation, for example, with a man, having a gun and knowing how to use a gun is the only way that will protect me. Having my tiny little pepper spray won't help me forever. I think definitely if you take away guns, the bad guys will always get their guns one way or another.
I live in Los Angeles, and LA has strict gun control laws. This is my perspective of it. I think LA has become a more dangerous city, and I feel very unsafe walking down the street just not armed. Crime is on the rise in America, and I think one of the ways to stop crime is by owning a gun.
I definitely think that there should be this control in place to who
He's got
buys
that
guns.
swag.
You couldn't just be able to go to a store and buy a gun. There should be regulations into who buys guns and who shoots a gun.
She didn't have very solid
I actually
backup,
debated whether or not I was going to sit down because I do believe people have the right to bear
Wow.
arms. I do. My issue is what kind of arms they're bearing. I believe
Okay.
people should get to go hunt, but do you need a semi-automatic rifle to do that?
Yeah, okay, so she's based.
I'll tell you personally, I'm afraid
She
of
sat on the
guns
wrong-
personally
she
myself.
sat on the wrong side.
But I just think there need to be stricter regulations with it.
But the majority of people who die
Yeah,
by
exactly.
gunshot,
Yeah, we need to increase legal shootings and decrease illegal shootings. And we do this by giving people more guns.
are women in a domestic violence situation. So mass shootings definitely don't want automatic rifles. Against that, nobody needs them. But the most dangerous gun is the one in your home.
I do want to ask you a question. Do you think that women should have the right to bear arms to protect themselves against?
Yeah, I'm not against the right to own guns. The prompt was, do you think owning a gun is a human right?
A human?
And I don't agree with that.
That's insane.
In my perspective, I grew up in a gun-riddled neighborhood. I myself am a gun owner now because of the fact that I had to create some type of means of self-defense.
So why did you disagree?
I disagree because I would prefer not to be. I think it's not a human right as much as almost a necessity for a lot of people. And not everyone. There's a lot of neighborhoods that are very safe, but even in a safe neighborhood, you can be robbed, you can be killed. I've been stuck up several times with a gun to my face, you know, and all I could think of is, man, if I die, it's gonna be because I didn't have a weapon to help protect me.
Do you think that we should take away all guns from the entire world?
Yes, if there was like a magnet, like Magneto from X-Men, and he just suck up all the guns, I think that would be such a better place.
My political opinions have hurt my relationships.
And what he's really saying is just like, if there's less guns, then there would be less shootings. And that's pretty much what the science says. If I ever have the need to protect myself with a gun, I would leave that environment. It's tough though, because you can't always leave cities. Sometimes you're born into it, right? Like if you were born into Chirac, I should say Chicago, you either hack it or you don't. Like the culture eats you up or you don't. Like I don't know. If you're born into Chicago, let's say, like there's a huge amount of guns in that city, so it's just like really difficult to just leave. And where do you go to when all your roots are in that town? You run into that kind of problem. And unfortunately, it's like so much of America is hitting this like just like saturation point of
with
guns.
Friends and family.
This is interesting. I want to see if the conservatives have gotten blowback. The libs are like
2020
nope.
when, you know, America got really like politically intense. And my teacher, she was very politically active and she wanted us to, you know, speak our voices. And they found out I was conservative and they said, okay, you're completely going against what we believe. Like the whole school is very liberal.
True.
And I guess they just kind of pushed me away.
Did you feel like you would get bullied after?
I'll just get looks. Some people come up and say, you're a racist or you're xenophobic. You know, they would tell me, oh, do you support Trump? But I just brushed it off.
Yeah, if he supports Trump, that's a good question, but calling him a racist, probably a bad take.
Tell them, hey, I respect that you think like this. Please respect me.
I think that is, whether or not we have the same ideas, I think that is still an admirable quality.
Yeah.
Despite getting looks or feeling like maybe you don't belong, that you're still, you have your convictions.
Yeah.
So I can respect that you're convicted.
Do you though? Oh wow, that is such a lib, this like hand.
You don't belong, that you're still, you have your convictions.
Yeah.
So I can respect that you're convicted.
That smile, the wink, and everything, pure lib energy, pure lib. She's saying, I absolutely hate that you are completely immovable and not open to other worldviews, and there's nothing I can do to change that. So I'm just gonna applaud you for the way you are, because I got nothing left. Like, that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's laughing, but she's growling. She's showing her teeth.
Being liberal, we think of the right as being stuck in the sand. It's interesting to hear that liberals were not having his right opinion. I think that everyone should have their
don't buy
opinion.
it.
Well, I think we're talking about issues that aren't a matter of opinion, but a matter of your morality, the value of human lives. I've had to personally block a few people on Facebook, family members, mostly men that are married to the women in my family.
Right.
Like, hey, this conversation is really getting personal and hurtful. And if you carry on this way, I'm going to have to block you.
I bet those were really funny conversations.
I feel very harassed, and belittled.
Were you ostracized, or was there someone that you...
I think on my end, it was myself. I understand people have different beliefs, and I respect that. And I think it's good for everyone to share their beliefs. That's the way we progress. But I think when people become ignorant or offensive consistently without any type of evidence or any type of backup behind that, that's the point where I say, you know what, I probably shouldn't be friends with you, because you may smile in my face, but behind my back, you have a different sentiment.
I haven't lost any relationships because me and my friends don't really dive into politics. We kind of just play video games and talk about comics together. I think if you lose a relationship over politics, that's kind of sad.
Unfortunately, it's part of growing up.
Yeah.
It's a part of
For
it. Yeah,
sure. Hopefully you won't lose any friends, but usually as you get older, you start to see those divides a little clearer.
I mean, you guys are older than us. Was it like this going back 20 years ago?
Politics has changed so much, and I think you touched on it, that now it's being associated, policy is being associated with ethics. I haven't lost any friendships or relationships because I won't allow that to happen. I believe that the majority of us, probably about 80%, are in the middle with varying degrees. And there are those people who are very, very conservative, very, very ultra-liberal, who are...
All right, this is getting kind of stale. We're going to move on to the last segment, which is... let's check out SneakerCon and WeddingCon. Some new Channel 5. Hell yeah.
What's your favorite kind of sneaker?
We're going.
What kind of person is most likely to have some Fugazi steppers on their toes? What defines authentic drip versus sort of copycat imitator style?
The person themselves. I mean, you can express yourself through drip, the way that they walk, the way that they...
Yeah, I mean, U.S. politics is, like, got some contradictions. It's a very self-contradictory nation, and those flaws, or those cracks in the foundation are starting to bear fruit, starting to really, rip the nation apart.
Talk.
How did you develop your drip? Were you born drippy?
Every day is a new type of drip. It's one of one. Every day you wake up, you go out, drip like that. You know what I mean? Find some shoes, find some Ricks, some Doc Martens.
Is it easy season?
I mean, when is it not?
Well, if it was easy season all the time, then it wouldn't be a season.
True.
It's true. You got the questions on deck.
Do you think there's gonna be any rappers?
If they got drip, they're gonna be here.
Who's your favorite rapper?
It's NBA Young Sauce Boy.
So you don't fuck with Lil Durk then?
Fuck Lil Durk.
He ain't slide for Vaughn.
Bro's dead. That was his homie. He ain't slide. What is he doing?
You murdered the dude who noodle knocked your big bro.
You got Bill on. You got.
No one tells me that. All right, we're here at SneakerCon. Lil Durk probably won't be here. I hope they have Galaxy foams up in here.
You want some Galaxy foams? You've been stuck in 2012, bro.
Here we are. We're almost there. SneakerCon, Anaheim. Where?
California.
Anaheim, California. Home of Disney and...
Give me 1 second.
Who do you think has more sneakers, Lil Durk or NBA Youngboy?
NBA Youngboy.
How come?
Because he's got drip compared to Lil Durk.
Oh, shit.
Heard of him.
I don't know why you wasting your energy getting mad. I just finished eating, about to get some head relaxed. We took a trip to the woods near the farm, where I'm humping my chick outside, getting mosquito bits on my arm.
My name is Austin. People know me as Ass Pizza. I make clothes.
Why do they call you Ass Pizza?
That's just my Instagram name that I had for a long time, and now I'm just stuck with it for life.
Did you cop any drip in there?
Absolutely not. There's no drip in there.
A lot of corny shit in there?
Yeah.
Can I find some cool stuff?
No.
You see anybody with Galaxy foam posits?
Dude, I've been looking for Galaxy phones for a long time. So if you're looking for those, I respect that.
That's funny.
We're gonna crash WeddingCon.
WeddingCon?
It's upstairs. You should come.
All right, we're now inside the Anaheim Convention Center. Me and Austin
Which
are
word?
pulsing
Drip?
with excitement.
Yeah, drip is a great word. Yeah, for sure.
Are you guys here for SneakerCon or WeddingCon? What's it
I
like?
think it's because the fashion, I actually don't know what the origins of it, but
Like up there, is it fun?
It's nice. It's nice.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right here.
I gotta up my drip. I got really weak ass.
Ladies who want to get married, they're inspired. They're at WeddingCon. They're missing one thing. A bunch of handsome men.
WeddingCon seems like a pretty good place to find a wife.
They fuck with weddings.
We're at the WeddingCon. We're gonna see what's going on. We're right above SneakerCon. Men's Warehouse? Where's Men's Warehouse? Oh, fantastic.
It's the ring bearer here. He's in our charcoal tuxedo.
Looks like he got decapitated.
You know, it happens.
How did he lose his head? Cartel situation, or you think it was like Middle East?
I'd say Middle East.
It's hard.
That's so stupid. Went to the Transformers convention in Toronto this past weekend looking for some drip, and none of the dealers were selling shirts. But wait, what do you mean the Transformers? Like electrical Transformers? No, you are not finding good clothes at TFCon. You are not going to find any drip within a 10-kilometer radius of this. I'm sorry, Tech. Oh my God. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Maybe there's, I think like there's some old retro stuff that's pretty based, but you find that more in like, you'd have to go into like a Salvation Army or Value Village, and you'll find some old tees. My brother used to rock them of Transformers. Even just the simple logo was pretty based. Okay, this is something different.
I'm Fu.
You live Transformers, robots in disguise. Hell yeah, let's go, brother. Truck yeah. Okay. Interesting.
40% off, custom tuxedos, satin lapel.
Are you married?
I'm not.
What are you guys selling here?
Wedding dresses, bridesmaid dresses.
Are you married?
No, not yet.
Do you want to be married?
Yes.
Yes.
Proposes soon. I'm waiting on it.
Oh, you got a man.
Oh no.
What's his name?
Oh no. Transformers made my son's day.
Chance, you need to hurry up.
Chance, hurry up and propose to your fiance. We will film your wedding for free. Oh wow, there you go. There's an offer. Imagine dating a wedding planner. I think there's a special hell.
You think open bar is a good call for a wedding?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. When I got married, actually, I blacked out on margaritas.
Did you throw up?
Wow.
Yeah. And he even wiped it from my face. That's
Ew.
love, baby.
Wow. What's your favorite thing about your soon-to-be bride?
I think she's really smart. That's a lot of things that I'm incapable of doing.
Was it love at first sight?
I think it was a couple. No, not initially. It took a lot of interaction.
Is he?
Yeah, you love Valley Village, Bella. What's the best thing you've gotten in a Valley Village that you remember?
Amazing or what?
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, amazing. Like completely.
Do you mind if I ask you a question real quick? What is your secret?
Love. My most famous compositions are actually dedicated to my wife. And you know my most special concert ever? You may want to hear this. I played in the delivery room during the birth of my second daughter. One of my CDs.
Honey, hold my hand. I'm busy with this section. Thrift stores in Japan are the best. Great clothes, super cheap. I believe it. Yeah, I think shopping for drip in Japan would be a really good choice.
It's actually called Heart, Love, and Birth. The last 4 minutes of that CD is the original recording. You can hear the first cry of our daughter.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
The first cry of our daughter.
Is there any event that you wouldn't?
What is happening?
Believe it or not.
What is happening? You just gotta ask people about their lives, and they've all every person on the planet has done some weird shit. It's worth saving money on clothes here and buying a flight. Oh, stop. I mean, most of the clothes do go on a flight. Morocco is amazing markets. Okay. I'll go buy some unique stuff in Morocco, everybody.
I even played for a divorce.
We're starting a donation bucket. It's only about $3,000.
WeddingCon, baby.
WeddingCon.
Excuse me, sir. Are you getting married?
Oh yeah.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm marrying this gorgeous woman right here. And she's got taken care of all the planning.
Is that why you guys are here at the WeddingCon?
That's right.
Are you interested in going downstairs to the sneaker convention that's also happening in this convention center?
No, I already have shoes.
What kind of shoes are those?
Those are...
I find it so funny that he came here with like actually cool and based people to go to the SneakerCon, and they got there and they're like, yeah, this is trash, we're leaving. And they're all going to crash the WeddingCon, and they're like, okay, this is actually lame, we're leaving. And he's like, no guys, I gotta stay behind and make I gotta do my job and interview these people and look for content.
Not sure exactly what kind, but my fiance got those for me too.
Oh no!
Birthday gift. Not sure exactly what kind, but my fiance got those for me too as a birthday gift.
They look pretty cool. I got on the Walmart Avias. They're $35.
There you go. Yeah, I'm all about being frugal, so you know.
Frugal, look at him go.
As one should be. You got something to save for.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Oh,
what do you call that one?
Yo.
I was expecting something different. I was expecting there to be a lot of brides, looking for a groom. It seems like everyone here is just trying to pitch something like wedding dresses. They're definitely trying to make some money here. Good for them. I don't know what to really feel about this place. But I think it's better than SneakerCon. That's one thing.
Wasn't so long ago you didn't need very many fingers to count the different styles of basketball sneakers. And the price, well, you could buy a decent pair of sneakers for under $30. Way under. Alas, those days are long gone, and in their place, a culture where high-priced kicks mean status, power, and sometimes even big-time bucks.
Whoa. What's up, G's? What's up, bro? Did you guys get any shoes?
Look at that stance. Look at his stance. My man, what is happening here? What is happening? Why is he standing like that? And then it's like his younger brother or something, like trying to watch his phone because he doesn't own one.
What's up, G's?
What's up, bro?
Did you guys get any shoes?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, what's your favorite shoes that you got?
Probably the off-white lot dunks.
What do you guys think of my Avias?
I was about to say, those might be the worst shoes out right now. Donald Trump, 2024.
I'm Art for Abstracts. I'm coming out this year as an artist. I got signed by the same company that owns Pablo Picasso's estate.
Do you fuck with Van Gogh?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Oh, nice.
This is for dabs. You scoop it and then you put it in the banger.
Nice.
Pot, and then you dab.
Hell yeah, beast.
Oh my god, there's so many sneakers in here. This shit is crazy.
SneakerCon. Okay, this is where all the cool kids are.
Yeah, this actually is kind of crazy. It smells like tacos. All right, where are we at right now, guys?
SneakerCon Los Angeles.
Is there any kind of shoe you guys would just never wear?
The J Balvin Jordans.
You don't like J Balvin?
Nah.
What grade are you guys in?
7.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Either a porn star or like a professional like race car driver.
Nice.
A few bars?
All right. This is a diss track on my homie Zach. I'm about to bounce back. You look like a robot shirt that. Hey, got a bowl cut in the back. Hey, you look like a rat.
Drop that bitch.
Hey, you're silly and whack. Hey.
Bitch.
That's a diss.
I can't believe he's like blowing it up, like actually giving a beat. Fixing up the rhymes through editing. It's awesome.
Song to your friend Zach?
Yeah, Z-A-T-C-H, spelled Zach.
Why don't you like Zach?
He's a nice guy, but he roasted me.
Okay, damn.
Yes.
Have you been in a fight before?
No.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming to SneakerCon. Thank you for really sharing your project with us and educating people today on like what NFTs are, because
NFTs.
It's so new. There's so many scams and things happening, like anything new, right?
It's the foundation of a new type of culture, you know?
Absolutely.
Drip or drown?
Drip.
Why?
Because drip is essential. Thank you.
Nice. Aced it.
I
Aced
saw
the
a
test.
pedophile nearby. Where? I don't know, but I think he's over there.
Oh, they need to go kill him.
What's your preferred way of execution?
Look, it ain't my job to do it, but somebody else got to do it.
What's your favorite kind of shoes?
Jordans.
You guys run this shit.
Classic.
Okay.
I've seen that tag in Montreal too. Kill your local.
Wait, I'm confused. What's going on? Oh, you got some nice shoes on today. I like those, bro.
This is like the ultra dad shoe. There are a lot of shoes that have taken form over the last few years that got their soul from this shoe right here.
You could probably trade your Avias all the way up to a Galaxy foam here.
How?
You have to trade.
So where would I begin my trade journey?
The trading pit.
You gotta trade?
The trading
The
pit.
trading
Those guys
pit?
are willing to wheel and deal. So I think you could take those off, wheel and deal for something else, and then
Soon
just
burying
keep
them.
working your way up around.
It gets lit in the pit.
I'm about to fuck on
He's like so excited to say that. He's like,
cash up on what can you trade me for these Avias? Peep game. You don't fuck with these ones?
I'm good.
Is that Supreme?
Costco. I'll do a sticker, that's it.
A sticker?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, sure.
A shirt?
Yeah.
What shirt do we got going? Make them say, You down to trade?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's your name, bro?
Brian.
well,
Brian.
those are some dad shoes.
Andrew, good to meet you, dog. What do you think of that trade?
That trade was impressive. He went for it. I loved it.
So what comes next?
You need some new shoes, or you could walk like that.
Let's go find somebody who would take a trade. So check it out. I have this vintage like Master P shirt from the late 90s, New Orleans, Master P, no limit.
Carter, he traded it for his shoes. He don't got shoes no more.
What do we got at the booth? Who needs shoes at SneakerCon anyway?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we keep most of our shit at the booth.
So what's it like growing up in Boise?
I feel like I had a different part of Boise that everyone else had. I was doing some stupid ass shit when I was a kid. I did my time for what I did, and now we're just switching, just running a business with my boy Carter over here.
What's jail like in Idaho?
The guards treat you like shit, bro. Like, they don't give a fuck about you at all. So you just have to deal with it. Put your head down and like try to get out of it.
Did you have to click up with like the Woods or the AB?
I kind of kicked it outside my race. I don't like racism, you know. I actually got like shit on by some of the brothers. I couldn't kick it with the white boys because I kick it with like the brothers and then the Serranos, you feel me? What are you gonna trade him, Mom? What you got? Are you really doing this?
Oh shit.
I got you on the shirt even though it's not vintage.
Damn, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Sick. So what are these?
Signal Orange Jordan 1 mids, yeah. They're
Yo.
like cotton. They came out pretty recently. Good.
I appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Moving up. And what's your Instagram, by the way, bro?
We're Boise Barter Market.
Started off with Jan Sports and now I'm Air Jordan and
Cash App.
Damn.
The best way to financially facilitate
I
think for new users.
So like, how much do these go for?
I think you just came up crazy, like 160.
160 bucks for these?
160 bucks.
Easy.
Brand new. Don't put no feet in them.
Hey, you guys fucking with these?
Oh shit, another green.
We're going up.
That's a sick ass trade.
So how's everything going?
Things are going well. I'm standing outside. I'm showing people my art. Somebody gave me a box of free Yeezys.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I just got some new shoes. I lost my shoes, but I'm wondering if you would be willing to trade a painting for a pair of Air Jordans.
For a pair of Air Jordans?
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe you like the big one?
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Really?
I was
That's a
gonna
good
give
trade.
this to Wiz Khalifa outside.
This is sick as hell.
Hell yeah.
How would you describe the style?
I would describe this style as an explosion of emotions, silent but very
Priceless.
vibrant.
Hell yeah, it is.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean these Jordans are pretty big.
Okay.
Fine art can be a fine investment. That was a good video. That was a good video. All right, everybody. I think that about. I think was that a Coke scoop? It was a shatter scoop. She explained earlier. Yeah, she had like a gun that was like a shatter scoop. So yeah, that's it, everybody. That's the stream. We're done. We're done here. I'll be here tomorrow morning, same time, 9 o'clock. And yeah, we'll have some more interesting stuff for you. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Thanks so much for the new follow, Saint Just Germany. And yeah, otherwise have a lovely day, everyone. Bye. I hope you do something new or different today that you haven't done before. Bye bye. See ya.